Hello, it is Thursday, October 6th, 2022. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is the Thursday puzzle today, so we've got something complex perhaps going on in the theme, and I can see some shaded cells running down the western perimeter of the grid. So I'm curious what that's about. And this mysterious edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Connor O'Neill, Camtron, and, as always, the inestimable Hood Monster, the invaluable Timothy Mark, and the indomitable Shoalmaster. So thank you so much to the 5 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their very generous support in keeping this channel going. I do very much appreciate it. It is what sustains this series. And thank you to everybody who has backed the Patreon campaign at any level. If you'd like to become a patron yourself, you can do so at patreon.com/dailysolve, and there's a link in the description field underneath the video, where you can also find a link to the Daily Solve Discord chat server community. And if you do become a patron, you don't need to be one to access that community, but separately, if you do become a patron, you can get access to all of the bonus videos that go up on the channel each week, as well as the full compliments that have been posted to date. And do subscribe to the channel if you've been enjoying these videos, and why not like them? Give them the thumbs up. All right, let's get on to the puzzle. Like I said, this is a Thursday crossword. It was constructed by Simeon Siegel. He's constructed a small handful of puzzles for the New York Times, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. So let's start solving. Musky cat. Why is cat in question? Is not question marks. That would be especially strange. Why is it in quotation marks? Musky cat. I'm not sure what that's getting at. Sorry. Oh, I wasn't going to look at this, but I just happened to see it. Many Stan Lee film appearances are cameos. So, does that help this? Musky cat. There's probably something I'm missing there. Banned anti-malarial. Oh, I'm not sure. Anti-malarial medication of some kind. Let's look at the cross on that as well. Why not? Hermès, so is this referring to the company Hermès, par exemple? So we've had a few of these sort of 4 examples in French this week, just pretty recently. So what is this an example of? A brand? I mean, that would be essentially marque in French. Marque. I don't know. What is it? Not sure. Direction to bow for a violinist, arco. You play with the bow, as opposed to, for instance, so you sort of bow back and forth with the bow, as opposed to pizzicato, plucking the strings, for instance. To temper as fears, you could allay someone's fears, temper them. And to nose around is to root around. So, okay, here we go. This is a bit of a theme here. What you might have to do for some highway... oh, right. So sorry. This clue... I always read that incorrectly. This clue is with 12 down, secretly plots with. And then that's connected to 16 across, which says what you might have to do for some highway construction, or a first hint to solving this puzzle's theme. So then presumably 63 will be a second hint. Gradually trims, or a phonetic second hint to solving this puzzle's theme. So does 28 down have a clue? No, it doesn't. No, it does. Sorry, it does. I put the wrong thing. It never fails. Okay, so 11 down, 28 down, all of these are sort of compound clues that span these 2 columns that are shaded. So secretly plots with, and then what was this? Lie about, to loaf. And then F in music class is a low something? What is a F in music class? What's special about an F? I mean, it's a note, it's a scale, it's a key. What about this? Causes to run without human involvement. Instigates or something? Automates. Yes, there you go. Okay. So, secretly plots with. Boy, I'm just not seeing this, am I? I don't know if I have to understand a theme in order to solve this, or if this is just this itself is just a regular entry and I don't know what it is yet. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Officer's title. Ma'am, maybe? Shiner, question mark. So question mark. So I assume it doesn't mean, a black eye, for instance, but I'm not certain. The reason I say it probably doesn't is because the question mark makes me think it won't be the most obvious surface read. Okay. Michigan College or its town, I don't know, not sure. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, that's Hermes, right. Expert is guru or a what? What is an expert in 4 letters with a T? This is not going very well, is it? The Swiss fly a square one. A flag, yes. Switzerland does have an unusual flag in that it is square, which is certainly uncommon, possibly unique among national flags anyway. Can't remember. There certainly aren't very many if there is more than one. Loosening as a joint. Oiling a joint, maybe? And creator of an animal shelter. So I wonder if this means an animal that creates a shelter for itself. Or, might not be. Might be a person or other thing that creates an animal shelter. I'm not sure. Sealed the deal. Something to it. Does that work? One who's up to the minutes. A steno, maybe? So a stenographer. You could have a court stenographer who records the minutes. Or, maybe they're recording the minutes of a meeting or something. Strong and energetic. Well, that LE looks like a good ending for such a word. Falco of TV's Oz. I've never seen Oz, but Edie Falco was in The Sopranos, and I'm certain this would be the same person. Okay. Strong and energetic is... Boy, this looks like it should be just jumping straight to mind, but it isn't for some reason. To enter cautiously is to, I don't know, tiptoe in, to nose in, to push in, to... I don't know. It's no loss. A win? Is it as straightforward as that? Musky cat. Can I confirm this win? Shifts from neutral in a way. I don't think I'm confirming a win in the crossword overall at the moment. Shifts from neutral in a way. Not sure. I'm not sure. This could mean in, manual transmission car, or I guess an automatic transmission car as well. Or it could mean maybe takes a position in terms of having an opinion. That could be what the in a way is about. In fact, that's probably not a car because of the in a way. But it could be, and the in a way could be referring to something else. Okay. What you might have to do for some highway construction. Something lane? Make a lane or something? Oh, maybe this is referring to the god, not the brand. I was thrown off guard by the French thing because it's a French brand, I think. So I was thinking about it in that standpoint, but I think it might be referring to, we'd say Hermes, the god, I think. So Dieu in French. I'm pretty sure that's... Well, I shouldn't say pretty sure, but I suspect that's the thing. So banned anti-malarial. Does it have any relationship to DDT? Does that have any anti-malarial relationship? Expert. Doesn't really seem relevant. Shifts from neutral in a way. Boy, this is not going well. I should just move on. I'm getting hung up for no reason. Just should move on. Key used for exiting must be the escape key. This New York Times crossword loves the escape key on the keyboard. And then here we have taught a lesson. I'm going to ignore those just for the time being. Major option for a future CEO. Oh, major. So maybe, university studies. Economics, presumably. Collect all together to, I don't know. Besame something bolero song. I don't know offhand. Okay. Looked for facts in figures. Data mined? And newsletters. UPI maybe? United Press International. Collect all together. Oh, to pool resources, for instance. And then, does that help with this? Taught a lesson. Cold, something cold? Taught a lesson. Oh, this could be scold? Does that anything? I don't know. Do these read? I don't know. I was thinking maybe these read down, but that would be pretty weird because this expressly says with 12 down. I mean, I could see if that wasn't labeled and you had to figure out which way to read these, but it doesn't seem likely as is. I'm just going to keep moving on. TV series with the all-time most watched episode. In 4 letters. I don't know. Interesting. Finish off. To cap, maybe? Dedicatee of Moby Dick. Oh. To whom did Melville dedicate Moby Dick? I haven't a clue about that. Is that something one should know? It'll probably be a noteworthy person, and so it'll be relevant for that reason. A bit could be an iota or something. I don't know. Signal to proceed. A nod. You give someone the nod. Before opening. So ante, as in, antebellum, pre-war, before war. That sort of meaning. Before. Oh, creator of an animal shelter is Noah. Okay, Noah of Ark fame. Biblical Noah. Okay, there we go. So, where else can we look where I can get any progress here? Pumped metal. So you worked out, what? I don't know. I mean, it could be metal that is pumped or something. Like some kind of molten thing. I'm not sure. Blinking heck. Darn it or dang it or something like that, but neither of those fits. Bit, cluck, tisk maybe? Tisk. It's kind of clucking at someone. It's used in the similar way to kind of be light reproach tasks. Maybe not. Geiger of Geiger counter fame. Oh, I don't know. What was the first name of... I don't know. Geiger. No idea. Slowpokes at the head of a trail. Slowpokes at the head of a trail. Oh, snails? Slugs, because they leave a trail of slime. There we go, and they're slow-moving creatures. Oh, is it MASH? It must be MASH, the TV adaptation of the Robert Altman film. Okay, bit. Maybe it is iota. And to finish off is to eat something? You finish it off? I mean, that's sort of correct, but you don't need to necessarily finish it off to eat it, do you? So, I don't know. Maybe is there anything else that could be? To finish something off, just looking at the keys on the keyboard. I don't know. That does seem like the most likely option. Let's keep looking around. What about these? Bestow upon temporarily. You lend something to somebody. And deploy as wire from a spool. Unroll? This looks sort of strange, though. Oh, maybe not. It's an organization, so it's an initialism. Sports organization for students. Maybe it's the NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletics, Administration or Association or whatever. So uncoil wire. That's better than unroll anyway. Okay, great. I never look back, darling. It distracts from the now or the new. Pixar's Edna Mode. So this was the costume designer character from The Incredibles. Well, both of those end with W. So, Proust's Swan's Way. There we go. So that's something at least. What about this? Looks like down. Yeah, gradually trims would be something down. Something's down. So what about this? Officer's title, sir. Okay, so maybe this is ma'am. That would be a sort of, I don't remember what that was. The officer's title. Maybe it's to, and they're pointing to one another. So I bet that is ma'am and sir. Let's put that in and see if it helps. Besame, I don't know. Mucho or something. That would make this shoe cold. And those are both valid words. So there must be some sort of thematic way we need to interpret these things. Let's keep looking around for now. Disappear mid-tour, say, to go AWOL, to go absent without official leave, and then I never look back, darling, distracts from the now. Okay. Set up for a swing is teed, maybe? You have been set up for a swing, you have been teed. Is that? Or the ball is teed or something? I don't know. Is that right? I'm not sure. How things have always been done. Tradition. There we go. Okay. As in the song from Fiddler on the Roof, which is in my head now. Okay. 63. Gradually trims, or a phonetic second hint to solving this puzzle's theme. Pairs down. Pairs down. There are pairs going in a downward direction. Could be something else. Blank Croft Tomb Raider, Lara Croft Tomb Raider. This is the video game character Lara Croft who stars in the games Tomb Raider. Europe's third largest river. Ural? 2013 biopic about actor Mineo. Well, Sal Mineo was an actor. I don't think I'm aware of this film, but I'm sure that's the answer. And novelizes, e.g., so turns some story from another medium into a novel. You adapt it. So this does look like pairs down, and that phonetic thing makes me think we're referring to maybe pears the fruit or something like that. So this probably is the Earl. And then honesty, kindness, or respect for many people, a core value perhaps. Prison weapon is a shiv, as referenced in the puzzle the other day. Okay, so the Geiger of Geiger counter fame. Who is this? Hans? Be a name that would fit in that bit. With 26 down, repeated occurrences of things in turn. I don't know. What was this across again? F in music class. I don't understand what the music... I mean, there's clearly a musical reference here. I don't understand what it is other than F is a note. Is there some other way to... No, it is not the only thing in music. F is also fortissimo for loud, or forte, and then FF would be fortissimo for very loud. And you could put more Fs and more Fs to make it even louder. So loud. Okay. So that means I probably have something wrong here. This doesn't look correct. Lie about. Oh, not loaf, but lol. There we go. To lol about. So here we have clue olds. Pairs down. Oh. So maybe not pairs the fruit, but maybe pair as in a group of two. So is this a pair of clue and then old scold? Is that something? Oh, I'm really sorry. I just don't quite see what this is. So I don't know. Clue shoe, old's cold. I mean, they rhyme. Oh, what about this? I forgot about this. What you might have to do for some highway construction. Oh, so this must not be lane. Wasn't really sure about when. That seems a little bit too obvious. It's no loss. A tie, maybe? When I first saw this, I wanted it to be merge lane. What you might have to do... Oh, and then I was thinking, but it's not merge because that's something you do on a highway, but not constructing a highway. But you could construct a merge lane, but no, I'm pretty confident this is merge left? Why would that be true? What you might have to do for some highway construction, merge left. Boy, this is the trickiest puzzle I've solved in a while, I think, honestly. Sealed the deal. You okayed it or something? That would work with merge. What if I put in merge? Strong and energetic, virile. Musky cat. Oh, a civet. A civet is a... It's not actually a cat, even though it's often referred to as one. I don't remember what exactly it is, but it isn't a cat, and that's why it's in quotation marks. Okay, this I'm very confident about. So it's no loss maybe as a tie. Okay, and then sealed the deal. Iced it? Is that something? Shifts from neutral in a way. Oh, acidifies. So neutral as in neutral between acid and base of a substance, a liquid, for instance. So we're shifting from neutral in a way because it could also become basic, but in this case it's becoming acidic, so it's acidifying. There we go. I guess this is merge left. I don't quite understand why, other than it's just sort of a highway-related term that fits in the puzzle. And I can see merging left. Something goes on. Colludes. We read these. We merge these. Ah, there it is. Colludes. Boy, that took me absolutely ages. I'm very sorry about that. This is impressive. So then here we have schooled. And what was that? Taught a lesson. You schooled someone. You taught them a lesson. Okay, there we go. So let's keep going. I feel much more confident about this puzzle now. If you're expert at something, you're deft at it. It's not what I am at this crossword, that's for sure. Sudden source of rain informally. A tea storm? A thunderstorm? That's what the informally bit is? Oh, this is DDT. Okay. Okay, I was just wrong about my skepticism there. Michigan College or its town? Not sure offhand. What about this? Repeated occurrences of things in turn. So it ends with ations, which is a perfectly ordinary way to end this sort of thing. So what would it be? Iterations? No. Repetitions? I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay, what else? Was there anything we've not yet seen? Probably. Noble title. Countess, maybe? Yeah, that works. Okay, so noble title, countess, and then what was the actual thing? Oh, no, that was the thing, right? Here we have to just cross the words normally. Common operating system for supercomputers once, Unix. I guess that means it isn't anymore. I guess I didn't technically know that it was, but now I know that it once was and is no longer. Milk delivery point is a teat. There we go, anatomically. And then IDs since the Great Depression would be Social Security numbers with the Social Security Administration established by FDR. And then Johnson, who directed The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, the film director, and who has a new film out. And then blue notes are, sects, right? Sexts. So blue in this case meaning racy. And then what was this? I don't even think I saw this clue. PBS's Sid the Science Kid. So that must be a children's sort of educational program. Okay. Okay, so now everything's done except for this little bit and then this little bit. So what about this? Finish off. Maybe that is eat. Dedicatee of Moby Dick. I just don't know how to guess that. Oh, I wish I did. Demolition material. TNT, maybe? Explosive? And pumped metal. Oh, pumped. Oh, right. As in pumping iron. So it is referencing working out, but we're referring to the phrase, the metal that is pumped in that metaphor is iron. Okay, there we go. I think that's probably right. Oh, I don't think I've read this yet. With 35 down, some common attire for cooks. So an apron or a what? What would cooks wear? Heat glove things. Why can't I think of anything today? Anyway, doesn't matter. In a commercial setting, hair nets, maybe that looks like that might fit. Hair nets, yeah, it does. Clock, oh, it is tisk. That's what I wanted it to be. I wonder why I ruled that out. I can't remember. Tasks is work. Okay, so blinking heck, nerds. Okay, sure. I guess that's sort of a quaint bit of not quite profanity. Oh, Hawthorne, Nathaniel Hawthorne, I guess, was the dedicatee of Moby Dick. Oh, that is interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, so here, this is impressive that these produce valid words themselves. That's really clever, and it really throws you off because you think it's going to need those words, but it doesn't at all. Well, the clue doesn't anyway need them. The puzzle does to solve validly. So repeated occurrence of things in turn. Alternations, and then the Michigan College or its town is Alma. There we go. All right, boy, that was tough, wasn't it? I really like that theme, but it gave me quite a workout, and it took me ages to figure out what was going on with this. And then I thought it's funny that this is clue, shoe, old, cold, pairs down. Phonetic second hint to solving this puzzle's theme. Do these all work that way? No. Hint cuts, Aries, ones. Is that just a coincidence? I don't understand. I feel as though I'm still missing some component of this. A train, lentos. Lento is slow in music, so that kind of fits with our arco and our loud. What does this mean? Hint. So backwards? I don't understand. Oh no. Clue shoe, old, cold. Hint. Cuts. Pairs down. I don't know. I'm really sorry. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, I don't know. You'll have to let me know. I'm not sure. But that was the puzzle. It was a tough one. We had some interesting knowledge in here, like the dedicatee of Moby Dick being Hawthorne, and a few, like I said, a few music terms. All sorts of different things going on in this puzzle. Unix being the one-time operating system for supercomputers. It's a pretty tough puzzle, I would say, for a Thursday. I thought it was anyway. Let me know how you fared with this one. And now, let's discuss a few clues from yesterday's puzzle. So, I think there were just two sort of corrections. So, quite clearly says, I recently took your advice and started looking up more clues just to learn things. It's a good practice. What's funny is I actually do less of that now that I solve this on screen because I can't look them up after, I wouldn't look them up in the middle of a solve, which is, ordinarily, if I was just solving on my own, why not? If I've already solved the clue, might as well. But in any case, quite clearly points out, I looked up termites for 15 across and learned that it actually is surprising that they're related to roaches. So the clue is that, related to roaches surprisingly or something like that, or related to termites surprisingly, and the answer was roaches. Because until recently, they were thought to be different species. Termites were once classified in a separate order from cockroaches, but recent phylogenetic studies indicate that they evolved from cockroaches, as they are deeply nested within the group and the sister group to the wood-eating cockroaches of the genus Cryptocercis, from Wikipedia. So that is interesting. So once thought to be unrelated, now surprising that they are in fact related. And Dragon Traces points out that I never revisited the 32 down clue. I just forgot about this. Sprinting star at the Seoul Olympics familiarly, Flojo, a.k.a. Florence Joyner Griffith. So thank you for that. Yes, that was I remember encountering the clue and I just completely forgot to look back at it. So there we go. That's today's video and today's puzzle. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday puzzle. Might be just as tricky, but there won't be a theme contributing to that difficulty. At least there probably won't be. Almost certainly not. Hope you join me, though, for that Friday. Until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Thursday. Take care.